right, let's get back to basketball, man. You brought this to my attention. You know what's funny? I seen it and I scrolled past it. I just rolled my eyes. But you want to introduce it or
Violent, bro. Paul Pierce, one of the greatest scorers of all time. I would admit that. Like, what he top 30 scores? 20? 40?
Look,
Damn.
I don't get what we're doing with this. Do we have to do the list or we?
But we ain't gotta do that. Put it like this: we both agree that 2000 is the best era of basketball.
Okay.
Paul Pierce was definitely one of the best scorers in that era.
Okay.
Alright, so he was sitting there, he had his glasses on, you know how he probably full of that gas, probably full of that yank. I guess somebody asked him, was he a better scorer than Michael Jordan? He said, yeah. He was like, he do everything better than Mike. I was like, he said the post game, footwork, all that shit better than Mike. I'm like, only thing he got on Mike is threes. And I feel like if Mike really wanted to take threes, he probably would have been a better 3-point shooter if he wanted to. But he said he a better scorer than Mike. He said he's better than D-Wade. He said he's better than Mac. I can't remember if he said him and Kobe was pretty close. He said he was better scorer than Harden. He said he was better scorer than LeBron too. He said without question, like he just miles ahead of LeBron. I'm like, how you say he a better scorer than the nigga who scored the most points in history? Like I still don't get that.
All right. So let's go through it. Since you don't want to do a list, let's go through the names he named. Who we starting with? Who we said?
Mike.
Jordan. All right. Cool.
10 scoring time.
Mid-range.
Yeah.
Mid-range. I could see him saying, I'm better than Mike at that. He not. But I can see him saying,
like, he ain't got a better minute than DeMar DeRozan.
KEEM, in my prime, I was good as Darren Wood. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa, prime.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You talking Utah?
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, you saw me.
I saw you.
I was D with him. But it is what it is. Most niggas gonna say no. It is what it is. So I can see Paul Pierce saying that. I had features. I had a crossover. I had a 3-pointer.
You had a crossover.
Yeah.
Stuff,
so it was like, all right, but I get it. But Paul Pierce, how old Paul Pierce is? He saw Jordan with the fade, huh? In the gold jacket.
Shit he's saying.
He saw Jordan with the gold jacket?
Yeah, he definitely saw that.
Because I saw highlights of that. That's one of the reasons I'm like, shit.
He gotta be like 40, 45 in that area.
The inside game of Jordan trumps that. And like you said, the 3-pointer, but Paul Pierce looked like he shot as many 3-pointers as Jordan, honestly. Like Paul Pierce is a mid-range assassin. So I'll be honest with you. We're going to move to the next name. But I'll give it to Jordan because Jordan inside game way crazier. So who we got next?
He said D-Wade.
He might be a better scorer than D-Wade. He might be a better scorer than D-Wade. We hype D-Wade up. D-Wade was a good player, but he might be a better pure scorer than D-Wade.
I feel like D-Wade has some 30-point seasons.
That's fine. I give you that, but pure score, like we know we talking about bucket getters. I could see him looking at D-Wade like, I'm way better than him. So
then he said something about, he said something about getting to the free throw line. You think D-Wade still shooting free throws
from 06?
From right now.
Goddamn.
Right now, he's shooting free throws right now.
Kids grown, he's
like,
shooting free throws. Goddamn.
We're not going to talk about the kids.
I said kids grown, like, leave it alone. King, move on. Move on.
Oh, man. But yeah, like,
I could see D-Wade. I could see that. I could see why he thought he a better player than D-Wade. Like, he probably feel like D-Wade, like how T-Mac feel about Kobe, like, D-Wade won champions with Shaq still in his prime and with LeBron. Like, team me with Shaq and LeBron, I bet I'd win a title. Like, that's the same argument T-Mac had. So I could see what he looking at like that. T-Mac, you on a whole nother level, but we'll.
As far as scoring, I give him that.
I say that's a debater.
Because Paul Pierce had a more smoother game than D-Wade. D-Wade was just like crash TV all the time.
I'm serious. I'm trying to think of D-Wade game. It's like he have his moments. He probably have bigger moments than Paul Pierce. But we talking about watching the game front to back. Paul Pierce is probably a better bucket getter than D-Wade.
D-Wade.
They call D-Wade the flash, and he slashed to the goal. Something like that.
Yeah. Just Shaq gave him that name. Try to be the super friend.
Call him Flash.
Yeah. Superman.
All right, who the next on the list?
Mac.
Fuck no. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. Mac, you been in the news trying like they been trying to put you against my dog Kobe. I know you don't feel like that. I know you don't feel like you better than Kobe in that sense. You just feel like you win a championship with Shaq, which is cool.
I think Mac do feel like you better than Kobe. Man,
in 02,
man, if I wouldn't have got hurt, man.
In 02, that's a good conversation.
Me,
If you don't stick with 02 and say, oh, T-Mac was better than Kobe, you can have that. I wouldn't even argue that because I feel like Tim Duncan was the best player in the league and Shaq. So it's really not an argument. We argue between the two. T-Mac probably was better than Kobe in 02. But after 03, it wasn't a conversation. And at least in my book, because Orlando T-Mac was good as Kobe. Houston T-Mac wasn't good as Kobe. So
by the time T-Mac got to Houston, Kobe was on his own.
that's what I'm saying. First team all defense scoring assassin. I'm not buying that. If you want to sit there and say 02 T-Mac was good as Kobe, that's fine.
I think Mac
had
him in 01.
01?
02 Kobe averaged 28.
Oh,
Mac might have had 30, but
01, I mean, that's fine. I don't think Kobe was in the conversation of being like, I think Kobe was like, of course, a top 5 conversation 01. I don't think he was like, he the best player in the league. I don't remember that. It was something like that?
Nah, he was still a sidekick.
Yeah, I don't think so. Like 02 was when he was coming out, being that guy. I felt like 03 was when he took over and was like, oh, okay, Kobe the man. But 02, you want to say T-Mac was better than Kobe or it wasn't what? I'm not even mad at that. I'd actually take that as a conversation, so I'm not really mad at that. As far as Paul Pierce, shut up. And I'll be biased on this. I had T-Mac with top 5 scoring. Yeah, he was in that second tier or some shit like that. T-Mac in the second tier scoring in modern day history to me. So, yeah, we could try again on that one.
It's a long list of niggas you can name better score than you. Still got Iverson, Melo.
No, we ain't gonna do that. We're gonna just name the people he named.
Oh,
so who was that a T-Mac? Because that's not a conversation.
He said he a better score than Bron.
I can see why you feel that way, though. I can see why you feel that way. I can see. We talking about pure score. So look,
you can't get to the line like Bron. Bron got a knife in him, admit it. He just started shooting 3-pointers. Like
but we talking about somebody who looked at Bron in the face. Think about all the people. Think about all the people you play basketball with. You're not gonna admit they better than you at scoring. That's what I'm saying. I can see why you feel that way. Like I said, I ain't gonna disrespect him. Say he's not that type of scorer. He is a scorer. And I can see him looking at LeBron like because look, and plus you gotta realize LeBron had phases. In the beginning, LeBron wasn't no midi or no 3-point shooter. He was just running to the goal. Then he started learning midi.
Yeah,
then he started. His game came all around probably around 2018, 2016 in the area. So during the Paul Pierce era, they were telling LeBron to shoot the ball, like make him shoot. So I could feel him on saying it. Plus, he don't even fuck with LeBron like that. Yeah, I'm better score than him.
But it's like I get it, you playing against him, but it's like, son, come on, man, better than LeBron, son.
You watching this, dog. You watch this all throughout your life. Jordan ain't saying nobody better than him. Wilt didn't say nobody better than him. Kobe ain't say nobody better than him. He be throwing Jordan out there every now and then. I give him that.
Like, fuck Jordan.
Yeah, and sometimes he do feel like that. So it's the same thing. It's just Paul Pierce don't have the accomplishment. He's not in that conversation. So it sounds wild.
So no player can admit that the other player is better. So Smush Parker can't look at Magic Johnson. He can look at Magic and be like, yeah, Magic ain't fucking.
Some people do pay the respect. Like you see with Steven Jackson, with Kobe, he did that dead or alive. But I can see why some people not really, I can see why Paul Pierce not giving Bron respect. And I can see why he probably get better score than him.
He hating on Bron, man.
He do, but he
all the Boston niggas still hate Miami.
Look, there's 3 niggas in the world that I'm cool with hating on LeBron. Actually, 4. Paul Pierce, Michael Jordan, Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry. I'm cool with all them hating on LeBron because that's his probably 4 rivals pretty much. Shout out to Kobe, but he's not really in that conversation. That's all the people he named?
I believe so. I think he but I was like, yeah, it's like he wild.
I mean, look, I'm just like I said. I mean, I forgot what it was, what the conversation was, but he wasn't in our top 10 of scores. But shout out to Paul Pierce, man. He, like,
Paul Pierce think he the GOAT. I think he the GOAT.
I don't think he needs to go.
I think Paul Pierce.
Do we think he underrated?
Paul Pierce just say Michael Jordan ain't fucking with him.
If he
that nigga gotta think he the GOAT.
I mean, you know what he doing? He keeping himself relevant. You know, people gonna look up his profile and try to see.
I know what it was.
Well,
he just came. He was probably drunk, high. You know, they were celebrating that OE championship. So that you know, and the only team who still celebrating.
It is the 14th anniversary.
You know what I'm saying?
13.
Then it's the 2-year anniversary since the 1-year anniversary since Boston last year. So yeah, bro.
I don't know, man.
True gotta chill, bro.
All right, we can wrap. We can
Let's
wrap.
go to Vince.
We can move on from that.